going to happen to you? Nothing.
Nothing. You don't do anything in January.
She weighs 95 pounds, and she's like 5'10", and she weighs
145, 8.5.
Whatever.
Not very much.
We're close.
100 pounds she weighs, and
soaking wet.
Yeah.
Anybody talks louder than you do. We're on. We're here.
On?
We are. Oh. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy New Year.
Happy holidays.
Here we are, back from our Christmas break.
We sure are. For our 2-day week this week.
Yeah, 2-day week. That's going to be rough.
I'm just saying, I just went through all my emails, and that's an event in its own for us being gone for so long and trying to play catch up.
Out of the office for 5 days.
Yeah, it's a lot. That's a lot of
all
days.
All of us were.
A lot of days.
Like it wasn't even just like somebody went on vacation, so just one person was no everybody was out of here. Which was
I'm gonna be honest, it was a nice break.
It really was.
I mean, I like my job and I like all my peeps and it's all good, but I don't take a lot of time off, so it's kind of nice. I'm going to say that.
You have your hermit tendencies.
I have total hermit tendencies. And I also say that, but I'm leaving today at 2. Ha ha. So, anyway. I don't take a lot of time
off. Was that
off.
kind of like, suck it, I'm leaving it too? Haha, you guys stay here? It was a
little suck it, I'm leaving it too. Yes, because my husband said I'm needed elsewhere. And so I should.
For the barn!
Yeah, I hope it actually gets made.
Who's coming out for the barn?
I have no idea.
Let's talk about it.
I don't even know what to talk about. What do I talk about?
I don't know.
We've been talking about this barn since last spring.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And it was supposed to get built in 2023.
We're not there yet.
But it didn't even get started. I think some of it's the permitting and where the barn's going to be is an issue on the property. So today somebody's coming out. It might be Steve's son.
Oh, Steve's son's an engineer,
Yes,
isn't he?
it might be him. Because I think we have to go over where we want to put the barn and what our challenges are. Something about pony walls or raising... Or
you have to raise the level of the barn out of the floodplain.
Yeah, or we can do. I don't know how it all works. Or something about pony walls. We have 2 choices. So I don't know which one's better.
So Steve's son's an engineer, huh?
Yeah, but I think he works for the county.
Oh, well, that doesn't help.
So I'm not sure that he can do private stuff. I think that might be a conflict of interest for him. I don't know. You'd have to ask them, but. I think he's coming out on behalf of the county to see where we're going to put it.
Yes.
I don't know. I could be talking out my ear. I don't know. I think that's what it is. I think Alex takes care of most of this stuff and just informs Oli, and then Oli tells me, and we're probably not even going to go home for a barn. It's probably a shop we're talking about, and I just don't know that's what it is, actually, until I get there today. So, I mean, what I say about the farm, take with a large grain of salt.
A large grain?
Very large.
Like sea salt grain of salt?
Mm-hmm. For legit. Don't trust me. Don't trust what I say on that. Anyway.
What else?
Watched a lot of football this weekend. That was amazing. Not for my husband, Oli, who is not into football. Did I care? Not really.
It wasn't very amazing for you either.
Well, it wasn't amazing for me because I am a Chiefs fan.
It wasn't very amazing for me either.
I love my homie, but he didn't have a good game. His team did not have a good game. Neither did Denver. The old Bronx, who are Will's team, they didn't have a good game.
On a good note, we're finally benching the old Russell Wilson.
Are they going to bench him? Woo-hoo! What do you mean they're going to bench him?
They're going to bench him. He's going to play backup to their backup.
Huh? I didn't know that.
I just found out today. I got an ESPN alert. Da-na-na, da-na-na.
Wow. Ooh, that's a hard Christmas gift for old Wilson, isn't it?
That's rough. He deserves it.
The Chiefs, not my Chiefs, not my Kansas City Chiefs, my other Chief.
The Chief.
Chief Kaczynski, his team won against my Chiefs. But I got to give it to him. The Raiders whooped the snot out of my Chiefs fair and square. Is legit. So, what was the other game? Oh, Eagles won. Fly, Eagles, fly.
There you go, Boxman.
So yeah, Boxman's happy about that. I think on Friday, the Dolphins, Larry's number 1 team won. I can't remember who they played. I want to say they played the Bills.
I probably did. Like I said, the Bills are sliding. They do about this time of year. The Bills start going, and then they implode.
Well, I think that's who they beat. And then what was our third game? Oh, the Ravens and the 49ers. And I wanted the 49ers to win, and they didn't.
They did not.
So I had two losses and 1 win with the Eagles. I wanted the Eagles to win.
Oh, the Dolphins played the Cowboys.
Oh, it was the Cowboys they beat. It wasn't the Bills. It was the Cowboys. Bills,
even better.
Cowboys, whatever.
Even better.
Anyway,
Both my sisters' team is the Cowboys, so anytime.
Really?
Anytime they lose,
Oh.
Cowboys are the Cowboys are America's team. Didn't you know?
Well, not Birkenfeld's. So there's whatever. They're a good team, I guess. But I have, everyone's got their team, and I've got my teams, and Cowboys is not one of them. So someone else, I guess your sisters can have the Cowboys.
Well, they lost, and they're used to losing now, so.
So yeah.
Whatever.
Let's just say the Cowboys got bucked off. And anyway, Kaylee, Moocher. Hey Mooch, do you have a team? No.
She does now.
What's her team?
We have made her team.
Oh, the Chargers. Yeah, your team's the Chargers.
And the reason we did that.
Get interested.
The reason we did that is because our fire chief has the Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders.
You have the Chiefs.
Chiefies.
I have the Broncos. So we have 3/4 of the AFC West. Somebody needs to root for the Chargers. Congratulations, Mooch. You now root for the Chargers.
Yeah. Very exciting day.
I wonder if Justin Herbert's going to be back.
I don't know anything about your Justin Herbert. Is that the Chargers one?
Yeah, he's a Chargers
quarterback. I don't really care. See, I don't.
Was a Duck.
That's why you know about him, because of the Duck thing. Because the Chief and Will love everything Ducks. And so, they follow all the Ducks players that go to the NFL. Do I?
Duh.
No. Anyway, yeah, there's that. How was your Christmas? How many Christmas dinners did you have prepared for you, Will?
3.
3 dinners prepared for you?
Well, hang on. One was clear back on the 17th.
Still.
That was a long time ago.
These are like
17th.
meals.
Yeah, that was prime rib. That was a good one. And then Christmas Eve was more of a brunch at my sister's house.
Okay.
We had New York strips and ham. And she makes the best pasta salad. It's ridiculous. And then some potato salads and all the sidesies things.
Right on.
And then on Christmas Day, we went and had breakfast.
Oh, that's nice.
With Tiffany's mom and stepdad. Had a breakfast casserole, kind of like the one I cooked here. Hash browns and eggs and hamsies and cheese. Mm-hmm. It was really good. And then we stayed there for dinner.
By the way, it is 10:30 and the mailman just went by. Tim the mailman. And that is a shocker because...
Is he feeling okay?
Tim, I'm not knocking you, buddy, but usually he comes between noon and 2 at 10:30 today. You must be excited that Christmas is over. Packages aren't coming in or something. Anyway, good for you. Good for you, Tim. Okay, so yes, Oli sent me a text on Christmas Eve, on the eve before Christmas Eve.
Christmas Adam?
Sure. And so, and the text was a link to somebody making a breakfast casserole. And so that's actually the next day on Christmas Eve day. Was that Christmas Eve? Whatever day it was on Friday. I think I just made it for dinner. It was before Christmas. It was before Christmas, the eve before Christmas. Saturday. It was on Friday, okay? I got my days mixed up. So anyway, I made him...
Christmas Eve Sunday?
Yes. No, yes. Yeah. I had my days mixed up, so I think I made it on Friday. He must have sent it to me on Friday morning. Yeah, because I didn't know what I was going to make for dinner that night. And he sent it to me, and so I was like, wow, that is so easy. And so I just made him a breakfast casserole.
Perfect.
But I put onions and bell peppers in mine.
You're good at ruining stuff like that.
And he Loved it.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Anyway, and then for Christmas Eve, we just had soup at Nick and Ann's house, and then I made prime rib on Monday. Not my best prime rib. I don't think I changed anything. I had the same crust that I always put on it, and it just, the flavor of the I don't think I put enough peppercorn in it, and I don't think believe me, I put enough garlic on it.
I was gonna say,
I don't think I put enough rosemary and thyme on it.
You should have tried that Dano's original.
Yeah, but
or
this
the
is like,
Chipotle. Oh man.
no, I just don't think I packed enough crust on it, because I just feel like the flavors of that crust didn't melt down into the meat as much as they have in the past. I'm being honest, because Oli being honest with me, because he knows I can handle it. We were eating it. It was good, but he goes, I think the last year's was better, and I said, I think I agree with you, but it's the crust isn't. I don't think it's strong enough. I didn't make it as strong as I made it.
Did you shove garlic and butter in it?
No, I've done softened butter over the roast before to get everything to adhere. But honestly, usually, and this year I did it again. I just take some olive oil and put it on my hands and rub it all over the outside of the meat, and then I pat my crust on it. But my crust wasn't as thick. I think I should have made more of it, and I think I should have had more herb and more crushed peppercorns. I just didn't. It was good. Just didn't have all that crusty flavor.
Try using mustard as a binder. I know you hate mustard.
I like mustard.
Oh.
Weirdo.
Why did I?
I don't know. I don't know what friend of yours.
Oh! I know what it was.
Oh, Moochie doesn't like it? You don't like mustard, Mooch?
I know what it was when I suggested to just put mayo and mustard on the sandwiches. Prior to, you lost your mind.
Yeah, because not everybody likes mayonnaise and mustard, and a lot of people have a great aversion to mayonnaise, and so that is why we have the mustard and mayonnaise packets. People can put it on the way they want it.
You should try using mustard as a binder.
No.
Why not?
I don't know. Why would I?
It's delicious.
How do you know?
Because I do it.
Maybe.
That's what I use for a binder for all of my roasts. Like if I'm smoking a brisket, I use a mustard binder instead of like olive. What are you breaking?
Well, just trying to turn the heater down a little.
Now
I got the heater on because I'm a little cold, but it was getting a little hot on my legs. Make my leg itch.
But anyway, you use mustard as a binder for your seasonings. It's good. It's real good.
Okay, that's nice.
Try it.
Okay. And did you make anything for the Christmas dinner?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay, so stop talking about that. And let's see.
Everybody always already makes it, and then I say, "Hey, you want some help? I can cook something." They're like, "No, we got it."
No. And then I got, oh my gosh, really quickly, because I do know that there are some people that have been watching these little doodads for this information, and I didn't give an update last week. For the ladies that have come and talked to me about the tirzepatide that I am taking, I'm still on it. My third shot of tirzepatide was last Saturday. I'm not going to say how much weight I've lost because everybody is different, and if somebody else was on it and was not losing this amount of weight, I don't want to make anyone be discouraged. But I am very successful in the weight loss, and it does help curb my cravings for snacks and sugary things. So anyway, yes, it's working. So I'm very excited about it. And I take my fourth shot, which I'm very excited about, this next Saturday. And then once I take that, then I move up, to a little bit higher of a dosage. It takes like a month for your body to get used to this drug, being introduced to it. And so you just take these low dose shots for a month, and then you can go on, you can move up. So I'm kind of excited about it, but yeah, very excited about it. I cannot get over the noise that you don't have in your head about food. It is gone, and that's super cool. So that's what I will say about that. It's successful.
I could have used that over Christmas.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like, well, I didn't make any, poor Oli, not really, but I didn't make a bunch of snacky stuff.
What do you mean, poor Oli? He got a huge tin of cookies that were probably gone in a day.
Yes, I never even saw them.
And then when we came, was it maybe Christmas?
Oh, that tin of cookies from here he ate.
Yes, and then Christmas. I don't remember if it was.
It was whatever day.
Christmas Eve.
Yeah, Yep.
Christmas Eve we came over so
Yep.
Aubrey could do your
Yep.
stalls.
Were you there too?
Yeah. Because we left from there to go to my sister's house.
Oh, okay.
And we walked him out a huge bag of fudge.
I never saw it.
Yeah, well, so not poor Oli.
Not that I need it or want it, but I never even saw it.
Oli got all the sweets. He's
Thanks.
fine. He's fine. Oli,
And then
you're fine.
Yeah, and then on I think it was I don't know. I made dinner one night and Oli's like, "Oh, how long?" I think it was the night I made that breakfast casserole. So it was Friday night. He's like, "How long till the breakfast casserole's done?" I said, "Probably about 30 minutes." Okay, well, I gotta go down to my mom's house. I'm like, okay, why are you going down there? It's like dark outside. He's like, we're done for the day. We're so pathetic. Like when we're done for the day, like when our chores are done at night and the animals are in, we're done. I mean, we're like in the living room, chilling out for the rest of the evening until we go to bed. No, he gets up and he's gone. I'm like, why are you going to your mom's house? Well, she wants to give me something. What does she want to give you? He didn't want to tell me, but his mother had just texted him that she had just finished making the Christmas cookies.
Mm-hmm.
And he ran all the way down there just to get Christmas cookies from his mother and then come back up. I said, do not spoil your dinner. I won't. I'm just going to eat a couple of them. So, anyway, that's all.
Oh. And, of course, my wife made all the fudge and Christmas cookies and everything. And we couldn't give all of it away.
So you had an obligation.
It had to disappear. Especially the snickerdoodles.
Oh.
Gotta love me some snickerdoodles.
Yeah, I'm not sad I don't have any of that at my house. You know, though I'm not like craving it though.
Yeah, see,
but
that's...
it's nice not to have it around.
Huh.
And because Oli will eat so much. Oli is not a sweets guy. He will eat sweets. I never saw the fudge that your wife made. He'll eat sweets, but if he had a preference, he's the salty savory guy.
Yeah.
I'm the sweets girl. So he'll eat so much and he'll start to get sick of it, and he'll just not want it. But Nick and Ann's house, there's so many sweets. Not because Ann made it. Well, she did make cookies, but everyone gives them a lot of sweets, so they had a whole bunch of sweet stuff.
So here's the fun thing. So my mom does the thing.
What
are you
what's
throwing
happening?
around?
Oh, Mooch is taking apart the pen
okay.
because
She's bored apparently.
she's really into what we're talking about apparently.
But anyway, so my wife makes all of the Christmas cookies, and then my mom does all of the other stuff.
Like the candy stuff?
Yeah, like the peanut butter chocolate balls. Oh, so
get
good.
out of here!
So stupid good. And then like the peanut butter, like you take the
Something else,
crunchy,
peanut butter?
crunchy chow mein noodles, and it's
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
yeah,
peanut
yeah.
butter frosting over the top of them.
Yeah, you like
Also good. Oh, so stupid good. And what else does she make? Oh, it's like a Rocky Road fudge thing. It's like fudge with walnuts in it,
and marshmallows.
and then the little tiny marshmallows on top, and then more chocolate drizzled over the top of that.
Good.
So of course we have a tote of all of that from Christmas Eve,
Wow.
because of course my mom
Do
doesn't.
your kids eat that much of it?
No,
They're not into it.
No,
Wow.
they're more into the stuff.
Salty stuff? Or?
No, they're more into the cookies that Tiffany bakes.
Yeah.
Like the peanut butter ones with the kiss on top.
Oh, yeah. Those are cute.
And then she makes a peanut butter chocolate chip.
Well, you know, I'm seeing there's a theme here. Does everyone see this theme?
Peanut
with Will?
butter and chocolate. That's the theme.
I tried to give him chocolate and he wouldn't take it because it didn't have peanut butter with it.
Butter. Needs peanut butter.
So what did Moocher get you for Christmas?
Oh, Mooch, why don't you go get it? It's in the freezer.
This is
wonderful.
Old Mooch just brought this in for the fellas today. So that they have a little gifty from the old Moocher.
Because the Mooch felt bad because everybody got her gifts and she didn't get
I
anybody
didn't
a
give Mooch a gift. Sorry, everyone. I didn't get
Well,
Moocher
she
a
felt
gift.
bad.
I don't think I did.
Wait.
Oh, I guess I did. No, yes, I did because I had the Advent calendar became her gift. That's what Will got. Will and Chief got.
These are 2 half-pound
Oh my gosh.
Reese's cups.
From the Mooch.
Pound.
She was so excited when she found them. She couldn't wait to get them for him. I believe Chief Kaczynski said he's going to have a fork and knife out for lunch, and that's lunch.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Cut it
So-
into pie slices. Just have it as a pie.
No, it's nasty.
No,
No, I mean, they're good.
no,
I'm just not into them. Anyway, we've had this conversation.
I
So.
love get your peanut butter out of my chocolate.
Guess what? It's time to knock off all that stuff because it's almost January.
Yeah, I guess.
You gotta get
So we have to
get
eat
in
it.
gear.
Yeah, we have to eat it before January.
I mean, you guys do what you want, but we all got to get in gear now.
Yeah, well,
Wait, what's
I'm not sure.
Well, what's going to happen to you? Nothing.
Nothing.
She
You don't
weighs,
do anything in January.
She weighs 95 pounds, and she's like 5'10", and she weighs
145, 8 and a half.
whatever.
Not very much.
Or close.
100 pounds she weighs, and
Soaking wet.
yeah. So I
But
think she
I'm
has
not.
anything to work
I'm
on.
gonna have to try that protein thing. Drink the
Oh,
42
I'm
grams
telling-
of
try
holy
it. Okay,
Moses.
so on the tirzepatide or any of these weight loss
Sponsor.
medications, they want you to drink, and doctors say they want you to not drink. They want you to take in like 100 grams of protein per day. And especially when you're on these medications, because it does make you not as hungry as you usually would be. And so they want you to concentrate on making sure you get that protein, because if you don't get that protein, your hair can fall out. And different things can happen to your body because your body's just not getting what it needs. So you have to make a concerted effort to have this protein. So, but I'm not crazy about protein drinks because I can taste like the vitamins or whatever they put in those protein drinks. I can taste it a little bit. So I got to mask it. And the other thing is, so Fairlife makes 2 different protein drinks. A friend of mine informed me about the Fairlife thing, but they have a 30-gram protein drink. It's milk, like chocolate milk, but it's protein drink. But it's a little thicker than normal milk, which I don't like the thickness of it. But somebody on one of my groups that I watch with the tirzepatide, this little group on Facebook, they were talking about that Fairlife Elite protein drink that I did buy on
The core
Amazon.
protein.
Core protein
Yeah.
Elite drink, and I think they have vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. I bought chocolate. It's not super cheap, but has 42 grams of protein per, and it's as thin as milk. It's as thin as if you went home and poured yourself a glass of 2% milk, and you took Hershey syrup and you mixed it in there and drank that,
Yeah.
it's as thin as that consistency.
Yeah, because you're just putting Hershey syrup in water. Yeah, we get it.
Anyway, it's that same consistency, which is what I'm looking for. And that stuff, it's a consistency. And everyone said that is the best protein drink if you're looking for that consistency. It tastes more like chocolate milk than any other protein drink you can get your hands on. And I would have to agree. So far, I would have to agree. I still like to put stuff in it, but just try it. It's really good.
Could you imagine? Because this thought just entered my head. Could you imagine taking that 42 grams and then mixing it with your coffee protein?
Okay, well, here's what I did.
That's like 60 grams of protein.
Yes. So I like that one better because I've been experimenting. So I have this Javi coffee. It's called Javi coffee protein. So it's a whey protein powder in with a really high quality coffee.
Instant coffee.
Instant coffee. Excuse me. And you can make coffee drinks like that have protein in them. Just have a cup of coffee, or you can put it in, which a lot of people are doing, is putting them in with the protein drinks. So it makes it, you can experiment and make different kind of fancy coffee drinks out of it that are actually good for you. So what I did with that one is, what I've been doing when I was at home this weekend, I was just doing 1 scoop. I think 2 scoop was too much. I felt like 2 scoops was too much for that. And I put 1 scoop in, and then I put, I don't know, in the bottom of a jar, probably that much water. So it makes like a cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just poured that over the top of it. And you could put ice in it, or you could blend it with ice, whatever you wanted. That was good. That was more like just a mocha. But I think the 2 scoops, I overpowered it when I did it here with 2 scoops. No, when I did it at home with 2 scoops before. I think I overpowered it with the coffee. But 1 scoop with like a cup of water. It could be cold water. And that Fairlife milk was really good. That's all I got for you.
I found some smokehouse almonds.
I mean, you might as well
Might
eat
as well eat 'em,
because
'cause-
he's never coming back to eat them. So
I wonder if he's ever gonna take his
stuff home.
Yeah, his all of his stuff off off the walls.
I don't know
and-
what he'll do because I mean I think Haley, and he already knows this. Haley's gonna kind of, or she already has inhabited his office. I don't know if he'll take his stuff home or what he'll do. We're just
Gonna-
looking at all the stuff. He has a lot of stuff on the wall.
I'm gonna have
Like
to take
this
it.
stuff in the back is like this stuff on the walls, like articles that he wrote that have been in major magazines,
Mhm.
and they've been framed and they're on his wall. He's got those all around his room. All around his room.
I'm gonna have
And
to
he's
take
got a
it-
picture of his wife up there. He's got 2 pictures of his wife.
I'm gonna have to take his Simpson character off his door.
What? Oh, I know. That's a bummer because that was really him. Mhm. Yes, that guy up there.
Oh yes.
Yes,
So
we'll put that little fella up there. He's a little Simpson character. If you saw him real up close, and you ever saw Larry Boxman, shoe in.
So good.
So yeah,
So good.
he put Mrs. Crabapple on mine.
Crabapple, yes.
Crabapple, and I think that's fitting.
Yeah. Tell me it doesn't look like you.
I mean, it does.
Oh.
So that's mine, and yeah. What you got to say there, Mooch?
I don't have one for Mooch yet. I bet I could find one.
What would? Yeah, I don't even know. I don't watch The Simpsons, so I don't know who Moocher would be.
I could find one.
Moocher would be whoever. I'll make up my own character. Mooch would be in flowery bell bottoms. Moocher would be in hold on, because she's got that long hair, and so she'd be in flowery bell bottoms and a fitted top, and she'd have a mouth on her, and she's spicy, and she'd say whatever it was that she wanted to come out of that mouth, and she would not care if anyone liked or disliked what she said or wore.
I agree with everything except for the flowery bell bottoms.
Can you just see her? Like if it was a cartoon, she could be in flowery bell bottoms.
I have bell bottoms.
See?
Are they flowery?
And
No.
platform shoes.
Ooh, platform
No.
shoes.
Bell bottoms and platform shoes.
No.
No, but you could totally rock it. It'd be so cool. Oh yeah, yeah.
That's like nothing of what I wear now.
Mm.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't, but it'd be cool in a cartoon. Yeah.
I'm searching. Don't worry. I'm searching.
Anyway, that's how I see the little moocher. What's up with the Gerber knife? Who got him a knife?
I
Did you get him a knife?
did not.
Well, let's look at it.
I got
Oh, dang it! Alright. That's Haley stuff. Okay. Well, Haley and Larry, you have some gifts here. From, looks like the old Chief Joe, Dave Friselli, and Lindsay Nikovic.
oh, there she is. Right there next to Sideshow Bob.
I don't know which one Sideshow Bob is.
You don't know who
It's
Sideshow
a
Bob
collage
is?
of all these people from The Simpsons. With the blue jeans?
Blue jeans,
No.
pink top.
No, I don't
Yep.
like it. You think you're that person? No, I don't think so. That's not you. No. I say no.
Oh,
So
too
that's your
bad.
daughter.
No,
Yeah.
because yeah, no.
Are you trying to get a sponsorship from Monster? That's what you're going to do for the new year.
Yeah, you're gonna work on sponsorships.
You're going to
kid.
work on slowing down your energy drink.
no.
That's a horrible idea.
Your energy drink consumption.
0 sugar.
You know what happens if I don't have an energy drink?
You turn into the lady in bell bottoms with the I'll say what I want to say attitude.
That and I get a really bad headache that I don't want.
If you get a headache because you don't drink energy drinks, that should tell you something.
It's like when people drink too much coffee and they get a headache if they don't have their coffee. I can't have coffee. I have energy drinks instead. So I get that caffeine
At least she's going 0 sugar.
I guess there's
if
that.
they have them.
If
They've been
they
out for,
have
like,
them.
a
If they
week.
don't have them, she's like,
They like never have these monsters at Mini Mart.
No.
Ever.
because
They
you
have the
all
store.
drink them. Because you guys drink them all.
We don't.
Yes, you do.
I don't drink them all. I get mine elsewhere.
She drinks them all.
I've gotten 2 from Mini Mart because they've been out
Obviously,
for like a week.
I
and a half.
usually get
obviously
mine
they're
from Wally World.
popular. You get yours from Wally World.
Yeah, in a 12-can case,
Ugh.
half rack.
Okay.
And then there's Joe who gets 2 15 packs.
He can do what he wants. Ain't nobody telling Joe what he can and can't do.
Except for maybe Gingy.
Except for Gingy.
Shoot.
Gingy trumps everybody. So, yeah, that's true. I don't know. I think he could give a little pushback even there.
Oh, yeah.
Am I wrong, Ginge? I think old Joe could even give. I think he could push back on anybody just a little bit. Not in like a mean way. He's not a mean guy, but I think he could give a little pushback.
Because
He's not wimpy.
We've never heard that before.
What?
Just a little pushback, right? When you tell us no, he always finds a reason why.
Yeah, that's true. He's a pusher. Chief Kaczynski is a pusher. Everyone. And then his sidekick over here comes right out to back him up. And then it's me against these two. But do I back down? Do I back down? No, I do not.
You don't. But doesn't matter.
I get my points across.
You do. But has that ever stopped us? Maybe on the tiller.
Yeah,
That's the only stopping that's
Hey,
happened.
if you can get your little buddies up there at Miller
Could you
Station
imagine?
to buy you a, I got no ground to stand on, except for where do you two schmucks think you're gonna put it?
I have an idea. Fine. It'll be fine.
Have you scheduled with your person? Who's your person?
My person?
For
What person?
the quarterly inspections. You got to do that in January.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I already did it.
You did?
Yep.
Okay.
Pam.
Okay.
Mella.
Pamela. Yeah, I think the 3rd. I got to do mine, Julie, on the 3rd.
Pretty sure I put it in my calendar. Let's
Okay.
double check and make sure.
Have you guys seen the Oregon Department of Transportation? It's like going all throughout the coast, and then it cuts from like Tillamook to.
Have I seen the Oregon?
That's not just the Oregon Department of Transportation. That's a bunch of different organizations. That's public transit.
What are you talking about?
She found a map on Facebook.
Okay. And so, speaking of DMV, the DMV is raising all their prices on everything. Now, in order to get a license, it was $9. Get a driver's license, now it's going to be $45. And I think to renew your license, it's $50-some now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just saw that on the news this morning. Because it's the only way they can keep afloat.
January
It's
10th.
always like $20 to get your license.
It's $45. They said it was $9 to take your test. It was $9 to take your driver's license test, and now it is $45 because, they say it's the only way they can keep afloat is to raise their prices. They can't do it for. It's like everywhere is trying to raise their prices because they can't function, operate.
They can't keep
on
up with
what
inflation.
Yeah, they can't seem to keep
That's
up
weird.
with keep their operations up with what they've money they've had in the past. It's strange. Anyway.
That's weird.
Yep. So I saw that this morning on the old boob tube. Is that okay to say that? That was an old. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh yeah.
Have you heard of that?
What?
The boob tube.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how old-fashioned I was being.
Pretty old-fashioned.
It is what it is. So anyway, anyone else got anything they want to say? I feel like I just sit here. Is this thing on? I feel like I just sit here and just talk.
See, what would be really cool
Which is
if,
funny because I'm a hermit.
Yep. She is too. Like legitimately.
Like I will leave here, go take care of my horses, and go hermit in my house.
Yeah.
Until tomorrow
And then
morning.
if old Aubrey shows up to do the stalls, don't see her.
Why would I go down there? I pay this kid to clean my stalls. What do you think I want to go down there and chitty chat it up while she's doing it? No, it's a break for Marianne. I'm like, woohoo! I'm gonna go feed my horses. I set the feed out for the night before, and then I go up to my house and I hermit. And then the kid comes in and cleans my stalls. And the next time I go down there, it's at night time.
At least Oli comes out and says hi and
Oli was
chats a
doing
little bit.
Oli was doing stuff.
Yeah.
He did you see him beat that bag of stuff to oblivion?
Mm-mm.
I said, Oli, there's this one stuff I get for kids' hooves because he doesn't have great feet. And so I'm giving him this Life Data Farrier's Formula Extreme stuff. And so they vacuum seal this package of this supplement, and you got to like beat it on the ground so that when you open it, if you don't, when you open it, it's like
Just all clumped up.
it's like a brick.
Mm.
And then you got to try and get it apart, but then it's going this way and it's going that way and it's going over here because it's in a pelleted form, but it's just completely clumped like a brick. Well, he got a little overzealous and broke the bag open, and it was a whole thing. Anyway, I think that was the morning that OBS came.
That's probably what he was doing down there.
Yeah.
But at least he says hi. You just turned it up in your house.
I texted OBS and I texted yesterday. So, if you must know.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, well, I think you do.
Huh?
Well, I think you do because I didn't go down to the barn while she shoveled doo-doo, which
no,
I'm
we were all
used
down.
to
We were all
doing.
down there.
I didn't realize you were all down
We were all
there.
down there. Just
Why were you all? Oh, because you were going. Why would I go down there?
Because why would we go drop her off at your place?
No, I'm just saying. Why would I know you were all down there? I didn't know you were all down there. I think I was vacuuming my house.
Don't you have a Roomba for that?
I like to use the big vacuum too, because here's why.
Because the Roomba's not good enough for the dog hair.
Yep. Those dogs. What happens? I vacuumed that entire house that day that you guys were there, and the next day there's tufts of dog hair in my house.
You have.
It's Wilson
I was gonna say you have 2 Chesapeakes
and a
Lab.
Labrador. Anyway,
You have hair everywhere.
yeah. I mean, you could vacuum the house. I think you could vacuum that house every day. So it's good practice to vacuum it once a week with the upright vacuum. Which, by the way, I think there's so much dog hair. I could use another vacuum already. I feel like it's not, the sucker ain't sucking as good as I want it to. Anyway, so I do that.
You got to clean out your vacuum every once in a while.
I do. I clean out my
The
vacuum.
hose and everything. Take it all apart.
I'm
clean
not
it all-
taking the whole thing
Yeah,
apart.
See, that's where you're.
Anyway, so I vacuum my whole house, and then it looks nice for 2 seconds. And
That's what happens when
here
you're.
comes Oli and the dogs, and Oli doesn't know how to take his shoes off. So,
Maybe he needs to talk to Johnny Ragsdale.
well, he has. I sent him the picture of Johnny Ragsdale taking his shoes off like the perfect human being. And even Johnny Ragsdale asked him about it when you guys were at the Burn to Learn. So did your wife send you that picture? And Oli's like, yep. And so he said some smart aleck thing to Johnny Ragsdale. That came up over Christmas. We were talking about that down at his parents' house, about how John Ragsdale took his shoes off and he's perfect. He's perfection. And Oli said, don't get used to it. So
Well,
it is what it is.
at least we know one person will take his boots off.
One person will take his boots off. So yes, that house could be vacuumed, and I mean all the floors. Some of it's that pergo flooring, and then part of it is like the bedrooms have carpet in there. You could vacuum that entire house every day. Every day. When I vacuum with the upright, I mean you got to move all the recliners.
Mm-hmm.
You got to move them all because these miniature dogs that I didn't purchase, they just show up. And I have all these miniature dogs, and I have to get rid of them.
The little dogs that turned in the dust bunnies.
I mean, they literally are like little miniature animals. Like, where did all that fur come from? I don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Speaking of Wilson.
Wilson.
Oh, Wilson's looking good.
Willie. Oh, well, we took some weight off of him. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Willie looks good. We, because I took him to the vet, and they were like, he's a little overweight. So, we put him on the old green bean diet. We gave him his dog food, but not as much. We put him on the green bean. But, I haven't had him on the green bean diet for probably 3 weeks. I think Oli finally just cut down. I think my husband, when he sees the dog bowl, he's like, you fill it this full.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what. And I think that's kind of what happened. And so then we did the green bean thing, so he knew he had to not fill it as full. So I think he's just now, after the green bean thing, we had him on that green bean thing for probably 2 or 3 months. And he did lose a lot of weight, and he looked good. Did you see the video of Wilson getting the duck?
Yeah. Yeah.
2 highfalutin Chesapeakes, and the old man dog goes and
the
finds the
old
duck.
Labrador.
He comes out of the brush.
Just so proud of himself.
Yeah. So when Oli went to take the dog, he was going to take the Chessies. Wilson can't get in and out of our UTV anymore on his own. He's too old. His hips hurt. And so if Oli takes him anywhere, he has to physically. I mean, Wilson's still a big dog. He's probably he's
still
around
close
100
to- I
pounds.
was gonna say he's still close to 100.
Yeah, so Oli's got to pick him up to put him in and take him out of the UTV. So he doesn't always take him, but he took him yesterday because I said, you got to take him because what dog retrieved your duck for you across the creek when the other two moron dogs did not find the duck? It was Wilson. And he brought it all the way back as a perfect little Labrador, swam it across the creek, bring it right to his feet, and dropped it. Like, there you go, Pops.
Mm-hmm.
So he took him for a big ride yesterday.
Big adventure.
And Wilson,
Oh, I bet Wilson just
he
loved
loves it. Loves to go. He can't like go on the big hike so much anymore because he can't take it. But the big UTV rides, Oli will take those dogs all over the property and just, I mean, they'll be gone for forever. And then he'll take them out, like he'll go up to the top of the hill and he'll pull Wilson out and they'll walk around and kind of dink around and stuff. And then, but it's he physically has to handle the dog, but he loves his dog, so he does it. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Don't do that. Don't you start it, Mooch. What's wrong with you? Ah.
La 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 la.
Are you done?
No,
Don't.
she's
You
still
don't
going.
need to do that. That's bad for
I'm
your
done.
knuckles. Bad for
I'm
your
done.
knuckles. Bad for your knuckles.
I'm done. She's not. I'm done.
Just gross.
That's so gross.
Popping your joints.
It's
You should hear my
fluid,
knees
move.
every time I stand up.
Oh, yeah.
That's fun.
It's really fun when I can get my back to pop.
No, it's not.
You should hear my back.
I don't
at
want to hear it.
chiropractor.
I don't really want to hear
Oh
it.
my
No.
goodness.
No.
The worst is when they pop my neck. It kind of freaks me out a little bit when they go to pop my neck because I think they're just gonna.
Pop your head off.
Yeah. But no, I get the best crack out of my neck when they pop my neck. Oh, so
Never been to a chiropractor.
I haven't either.
Never.
I need to.
Mm-mm.
I really need to go.
You know,
I don't wanna go.
Tiffany was fully against going to that chiropractor.
I want people. Ugh.
Fully against it.
No.
And she would see me like can't move, so in pain because my lower back's just so tight. And then I would go to the chiropractor, and like 2 visits later, right as rain, jumping around.
So now she does it too.
So she goes to the chiropractor. and
Because they say, I've heard this, that if you don't go, you don't know what it's like, or you don't have feels after they adjust you. But if you do go, then you know what it feels like, and then people want to constantly go because now you know what it feels like when you're out of whack, and so now you're constantly wanting to go in and get adjusted. So I just figure if I never go, I'll never know.
well, for me, because my back's so messed up, the day after I go, I feel like I got hit by a truck.
See, that's the other thing. I'm afraid of the pain part after. I'm
Like,
afraid of the pain of the
It
cracking.
hurts.
No, I don't want. I'm not into that.
The cracking itself doesn't, but the day after, if you don't get enough water intake to like flush out all the toxins from being adjusted,
I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I'm up for it.
it's really,
I'll pass unless
really good.
if I was so bad I literally couldn't walk, maybe then. But you'd take a lot of convincing at that point as well.
Yeah, there are days where I can be fine, and then I just stand up off the couch, and I'm stuck. I can't move.
How do you, at 18 years old, shake your
Um,
head? She's 18 years old. She weighs 100 pounds.
I
How?
have a really bad back. And
How do you have a bad
freshman
back
year-
at 18?
Freshman year, I hurt it during volleyball. Don't know how. Probably landed wrong. One of my vertebrae has been out since freshman year, and that feels great. It's in my lower back, which is what I hurt. And then throughout basketball, could hardly walk, hardly could run, couldn't bend over. Softball came, still couldn't walk, still couldn't run, still couldn't bend over.
Okay, but hold on. I want to take back what I said then. Okay, so maybe at her age, she should get it fixed so that it doesn't
Yeah.
follow her through
Mhm. And then she
to
ends
my
up,
age.
she ends up like me.
So why haven't you been chiropractored?
Because after
It's not overly expensive.
after softball, it like started going down because I wasn't overexerting it every day for sports, and then it stopped. Sophomore year and junior year it kind of came back, and then I hurt it again senior year during softball. I was swinging a bat for practice. We were doing batting practice, and I hurt my
that's
bat
good.
because I overextended it.
Good job, Moocher.
So now I just have lower back problems, and
Those are
one
fun.
of my vertebrae is out my lower back, and then
That's pathetic at 18.
yeah,
You should probably get that fixed.
I was gonna say you should probably go in before it's out so much that it
Listen.
starts ruining the disc.
Yeah, dead serious. I think that probably I would take back what I said. I'm almost 50, but she's 18 years old, and if that could be cause her further pain when she gets older.
my mom just needs to set up an appointment because mom had one. She also had a massage place that she would go
Yeah.
to, and then
Well,
her
because
lady-
Jackie did. Your Aunt Jackie had a place. There's some guy that was really good looking, and everybody at Camp 18 went there. And if
Oh,
you work
Dr.
at Camp
Dave.
Yeah. and all the women talked about how hot this guy was.
Dr. Dave. Never been there. Just know about him.
He's a legend out
Oh
here.
yes, he is. Dr. Dave. That's the guy to go to.
Yeah.
He was over off of
He was,
Tannersport.
yes, he was a nice Christian man. But they all said, wow, is he good looking? Anyway, that's all I ever
True
heard about.
statement. Heard that story at Camp 18 multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Because every time I would say, oh man, I need to find a new chiropractor because the one I went to was going out of business or they use that stupid clicky thing that doesn't work. They're like, oh, go to Dr. Dave. I'm not going to your Dr. Dave. I'm sorry.
Dr. Dave's
No.
got a fan club's all I'm saying.
I will not go to Dr. Dave.
As a matter of fact, I have this one friend. Her name's Francie, and
Shocking.
She was embarrassed because one time her back was out so bad that she had to go in there with her hair disheveled, and she was in her jams, and she was a little embarrassed because, well, Dr. Dave. But she did it anyway.
So I go to, sorry to go off the Dr. Dave train, but I go to Contour Chiropractic. They used to be at North Plains and now they're in Banks. They're right next to Main Street Pizza.
Oh, and you like them?
Yeah. Ann Olsted, Dan Olsted's wife.
Yeah. She worked there or something?
She works there.
Oh. Is she a chiropractor?
Yeah, she actually does horse chiropractics too.
That's cool.
But she works there, and that's the reason that I go there.
I had a horse chiropractor come out to my farm. What was it, 3 or 4 years ago? And I've seen chiropractors with show horses. Chiropractors are a real thing. Show horse barns, they come into show horse barns all the time and adjust those horses. And I can say when my riding days, it did matter because they come out and do adjustments on my horse, and I'd come out and ride him, and he was a different horse when you rode him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's legit. But he came out to my house to do an adjustment, and I had kind of a cranky horse. His name was Maverick, and Maverick wasn't always the nicest. I mean, he could, if you unjustly were to go after him, he'd eat your lunch. And so the chiropractor started out with him. Maverick never relaxed. Ever, the whole time. But the guy kept talking about like people that hadn't paid him, and he threatened to knock the crap out of them. I mean, he was an aggressive guy. I mean, he was kind of a negative guy, and I thought, you're never coming back here. And but he kept using this thing on him, trying to get the horse to relax. He never relaxed. And then he wanted to crack his neck a certain way, and he wanted to put him back in his stall and bring his head around and do this crack. And Maverick said,
Not happening, kid.
You're not doing it. And then the guy got more aggressive with Maverick. And there was a point where, because he was in the stall by himself, he wanted to be in there all on his own, and he was grabbing his halter and trying to pull his head over and trying to stop his body. And the look in Maverick's eye changed. His ears went flat back on his head. And I told the guy, I think we're done. Because Maverick was going to kill. I am not kidding. Maverick would have laid that guy out. This was not just a horse. Ole did not like that horse because the horse could be, you wouldn't go out and pet him in a field because you couldn't tell if he was going to turn around and kick your head off. And so, yeah, he was fixing to whoop the snot out of that guy. Anyway, he was just a kind of an aggressive, negative guy. And I would think if you're doing chiropractic work and trying to get animals or people to relax, maybe aggression.
Probably not the way to go.
Probably not the way to go. I would never have him. But he was like, a bunch of people used him, and I will not use him. Anyway.
Well, yeah. Well, if you need a horse chiropractor.
Chiropractor.
Contour Chiropractic.
My spoiled babies don't need a chiropractor at this time, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's that.
But good to know. Good to know. If I did, I'd ask you about that again.
And Holly's gonna have her baby here pretty soon.
I'm so excited. Miss Holly Hawks, my little red roan mare, is gonna have a baby. The end of January, first part of February. Her mammary glands just started to activate, I guess you would say. So she's never had a baby before, and so she's what we would call a maiden mare. So this will be her first one. And sometimes the mammary glands, what I have experienced is maybe they activate a little sooner, but it's very mild.
Mhm.
Like if you looked at her, you might not be able to see it, but I see it. And their little boobies are not. They're just completely, there's nothing there. They're so sucked up underneath the back of their legs, you can't hardly see them. And then things start to activate and they start swelling, and their body is just preparing. The baby has obviously gotten big enough and to a certain point that the body knows it has to prepare. And it's not something it does usually. It's not something it does overnight. It goes over the course of anywhere from a month to 8 weeks.
Mm.
And so she's starting to make her changes. I don't think... She might have it the end of January, I think at the soonest, and she might have it the middle of February, I would assume would be the latest. So sometime in there.
Mm.
We're really excited.
Well, it sounds like you're going to have a daughter for that period of time.
Yeah, Miss Aubrey's going to come stay at our house, and I'll know when she gets close. And Aubrey's going to come and hang out. I have a camera in the barn, so I can watch... through the camera, so I have to sit down at the barn and freeze my butt off. And so Obs and I will stay in my living room in our recliners and sleep. And I'll probably have her and I take shifts where we stay awake. And so the other one can sleep for a few hours. I'm always afraid I'm going to fall asleep and miss it. Because it's hard to be up all day. For me anyway. Obviously not for you or Joe. You can stay up half the night. Doesn't bother them. But for me it does. So I'll doze off. And then I will wake up almost in shock. And I'm looking because I'm like, did I miss it? And one time I almost did. The mare was down and the umbilical sac had broken. Or not an umbilical sac. The placenta had broken and she was down and she was just starting to push. I was like, ah! I've never missed one. But almost. So anyway. Yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it. It's like a little surprise. It's like my Christmas. There's a little present in there, and what's it gonna look like, and is it gonna be a boy or girl? But the maiden mares are kind of scary because you don't ever know how they're gonna react. So a lot of times they're a little shocked that just came out of them, and they don't know how to let the baby suckle.
Mm-hmm.
And some horses, and it's tender and it hurts. And they don't understand why this thing keeps trying to go back there and suckle on them when it hurts. And so some horses can get a little kicky, a little nippy, squealy for sure. She'll squeal because it hurts. And then some's maternal instinct is so powerful that they will allow it to happen even though it's so painful. But others don't like it so much. Holly is so kind and sweet. And so I'm hoping that I'm hoping she's super maternal, but you don't ever know. So it's a good idea to be there, especially for the maidens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very exciting. Yes. Are you going to come over and see the baby?
Eventually.
What if it's a cute little red roan filly? So cute. Oh, no. A bay roan filly. A little bay roan filly. Be so cute. With the same white markings that Holly has on her face. Be adorable.
Yeah, eventually I'll come over and see it.
Anyway, Aubrey's naming it. Naming its barn name. I don't know what the registered name will be, but
doesn't it have to have something from the
the
sire and the dam?
Yeah, so it's a southern thing. Is a sire. He's a quarter horse. And what's Holly's name? Getting Frosted is her name.
Getting Frosted.
That's her name. So
did that come from the movie? What is it? Help me out here. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days?
I don't know. Is it over 12
Frost
years old?
yourself.
Oh, no. I think it's probably Getting Impulsive is her sire, so Getting. And I think Frosted is because the dam that she came out of was also a red roan, and she's a red roan, and it looks like they got frosted. So she's
you're going
getting
to have
frosted.
to be, it's a Southern Frost.
Southern Frost would be cool if it's a roan. If it's not a roan, probably not going to do that.
Getting
So,
Southern.
I think I have. I don't. I think.
Man, this
anyway,
is the best name ever. Either way,
Getting Southern.
Getting Southern.
Anyway, I have names picked out, but people are usually actually kind of quiet about their names because they don't
course.
want anyone else to pick them. And then if someone's like, "Oh, it's such a cool name," and then they go take their baby and register it, they can register it with your name. So, you don't say anything.
So you can't say nothing
You don't like to say what their name's going to be, the registered name is, until you know that.
until you register it.
Until it's registered, then you're like, okay, you know now, because you can't register. A horse can't have the same registered name as another horse in that registry. And so this is American Quarter Horse Association. So only one horse in the American Quarter Horse Association can have that registered name. Yep, that's how it works.
Getting
Everybody's still awake?
Getting Southern. Definitely.
Getting Southern's a good name. It is a good name.
Getting Southern Frost.
Yeah, I like her name because I think there's a lot of things you can do with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm breeding her back the same way next year because I just really love that stud. Also, Holly's not very tall.
No.
She's like Holly Pony. She's like Polly Pocket, except for Holly
Pocket.
Holly Pocket. She's adorable. She's has a very successful show career as a Western riding horse. And
she's 14-2 on a good day.
Yep, and she has a great, and for as small as she is, and the big old badonkadonk she has on her, big old bubble butt this horse has, she has so much, she can drive that hind leg so up far underneath of her. It's amazing. I mean, the American Move, for as little as she is, and little stout little thing that she is, the American Move.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway.
I've seen it. Even as little lame as she is, she can still...
She's got arthritis in her front knee. That's what stopped her show career. But, she can move. Even when OBS...
Could you imagine... Okay. Could you imagine if she had a horse that was just 15?
15 hands.
15 hands with the back end that she has?
Oh, she got a big old caboose. I mean, she got a caboose. That's probably why I liked her, because I like halter horses with big old butts. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you guys, she got a big old apple bottom on her that don't stop. Mm-hmm. I mean, and for her to be able, a lot of pleasure people would think they don't want that because they think it's going to inhibit her driving that hind leg that hock way deep underneath her to drive.
Not Holly.
Not Holly. She can drive that hind leg so far up underneath of herself. It's pretty cool. Anyway. Yeah. So we'll see. And it's a Southern thing. What's he, 16-1? I think he's 16-1 hands. And he's $1 million sire. So he's very successful in the Western show pen as well. So hopefully she makes a nice horse for somebody and it'll be for sale. And we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Are you going to take marketing lessons from Stacy?
Miss Stacy is a great marketer. Stacy is, I have always thought that. Stacy, if you're watching, she's excellent at marketing her animal. She's on Facebook a lot. I think she's on Instagram. I don't know. Maybe she's got the Tickety Talk. I don't know. But she's constantly posting pictures or video of all of her horses. Not only the ones she wants to sell, all of her mares. Her mares, babies that are inside the mares. She's selling the babies before they're born, and people are buying them.
Yep.
But she has got, how many followers does she have? Over 5,000? It's
a
crazy.
lot.
Yep. She only breeds to the very best stud. Her mares have great bloodline. She breeds to only the biggest high-end studs. I mean, those are some big stud fees that she's paying, but she's getting it, and she's getting it out of her horses, and it works for Stacy. I mean, I do. I literally look at her and think, Marianne, you need to do a better job of marketing.
But do you?
I do. I think I could. I want to. It'd be good to know where this barn's going to go because I need to put up a bigger round pen. So I need to have a big enough area so I can round pin these babies, so I can take video of it.
Yeah.
Because these are horses. There's performance horses. People want to see how they move before they even come out and look at them in person. So I need to have a big enough round pen so I can really round pen these babies and take video of that. So that's a marketing thing. And she just put a baby up of hers. It's going to be a yearling this coming year. She just showed a picture. I think that was yesterday. She had a picture of it in the round pen loping around because she's marketing that baby. She's a great marketer. She is on it all the time.
All the time.
Yep. Yep. Nope. I take note. Yeah. Anyway,
Well, now-
enough about horses.
So I was gonna
People
say,
are bored to death.
Now that everybody's bored, because I mean, Marianne and I could talk about horses and show stuff
Sorry.
all day long.
Yeah, it's literally. He is a fire geek, fire nerd, whatever you want to call him. I'm the same thing for horses. I could talk all day. I'll absolutely bore you all to death.
Mm-hmm.
It's pathetic. And then Moocher over here doesn't talk enough to bore anyone to death because
No,
she doesn't talk
she's
enough.
busy farming
She's
or
farming on
tickety-tackety.
her. Oh, now she's playing with her hair today.
I was stalking my sister.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Stalking, yes.
The only
She's
person
at
I
the
stalk is my
airport.
husband on the 360 app.
Oh yeah.
Is that
Mhm.
what you're using to stalk your sister? Yeah.
I
Is she
have-
at work today or?
No, she's at the airport coming home.
Oh yeah.
See, I have Grandma Bush. I have Mom,
Mhm.
Zoe.
Yeah, that's
I have-
another one you really need a tracker on.
I have my entire Whiteman side of my
Oh yeah, I got
family.
that.
It's
I got the Steinwigs.
so much.
I've just got Oli.
Hang on, hang on. Let me get all of. Hang on, I gotta zoom out.
I
I gotta
have
get all of us.
3 of my
Does it
aunts
show
and
3 that'll
uncles.
Look at that! I've
Oh,
just got Oli.
So
How
if you
come you
zoom
guys
in,
have pictures?
because you can put pictures on there.
I can put my picture on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have the guys.
So this is
do
the.
you pay for the service?
No,
I don't
this
pay
is
for
free.
it. And you put the picture.
So this is the Renee clan. This is my clan.
Okay. Where's your
You
parents?
zoom out. There's my mom and dad.
Who's that?
That's my niece Kayla. If you zoom way out, I don't know if they.
Hawaii? Could you have Hawaii?
I think they turned off their location. Actually, yeah.
Hmm,
Jessica and Kiara turned their locations off,
that's a bummer.
so I can't ever see
I
where
want to put
they
my
are.
picture on there.
But if you zoom in, there is a place in Hawaii, and it's
There's a place
Jessica and Jake's.
for us.
There's a place in Hawaii on ours,
Wow.
and it's my cousin's girlfriend's parents' house.
Hmm,
And we
that's
have it
really
marked.
something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
so yeah.
Anyway.
We've got the whole Steinweg clan on ours.
We
Hey.
have the whole Whiteman clan on ours.
I've just got
You have
Oli.
enough. You have enough bergs that you could stock half
Yeah.
the
Do you
valley.
really want me to go to Anne? Can I please stalk you everywhere you go? Would that be odd?
Would it be? What if something happened to Anne?
Exactly. That's why we stalk Grandma and both my grandma and my grandpa. We stalk all 3 of them all the time.
Should we stalk Nick?
I'll be up in the woods.
Nick would be everywhere, but we would know where he is.
Yes, we would know where he is.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should let Oli stalk his parents.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think he would enjoy that actually.
Oh, are you kidding me? Yes, he would.
And then
Oli would love to stalk everyone.
he could stalk Alex too.
If you would all allow him to stalk you, he would
Oh, I'm
be.
in.
He would be so happy
He could stalk me
to
all he wants.
stalk all the people.
I don't go anywhere, so he can
Yes.
stalk. Well, I go a lot of places, but he can stalk me.
Like,
Sure.
where's what does he call you?
Master Chief,
Oh my god.
MC.
Where's Mr. Chief? And he'd love it.
Yeah, he can stalk me. I don't care. You want me to join your Life 360? I'll do it.
Yeah, I don't know how you do. How do you
You
join
send
my
me
Life
you
360?
send me an invite.
Okay.
If Oli stalked me, he'd be like, "Why is she driving around for 2.5 hours?" At
No,
like
this is
10
what
o'clock
you'd
at
get. Why are you driving so fast?
night?" Yeah.
You need to slow down. Oh,
Because
you
that's
would
what I do.
totally do that too. Oh yeah, he's like right now. If he's watching this, he's like, how come I can't get a hold of him? Well, how come I can't see where Mooch is at? How come we haven't sent that link out or whatever so he can stalk her? Just so he can text you and go, I see you're driving 70 and a 55. Why is that?
No reason. I'm not the next.
Yeah, all you got to
NASCAR
do is
guy.
send me an invite. We can let Oli stalk me all day long.
Okay.
I'll be up in Washington. I'll be down
He'll
in
love it.
Christmas Valley.
You
I'll
kidding
be
me?
all over the place.
I'll be in Fredonia.
During-
and
during the
Denver.
week? During the week, it's either here or home.
Yeah, me
I don't
too.
go anywhere else.
Yeah.
The weekend, fair game. Could be anywhere.
Yeah. It's an adventure.
Mm.
Will lives an adventurous life. I think we talked about that last week because Tiffany likes to go places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I am not adventurous. You can find me in one of 2 places. 3, technically. You can find me here, Fire Hall, home, which would be either the barn or my house, Or on Fridays, I might go to town and then come back because I have to get
Yeah.
groceries.
Or depending on what your horses have going on.
That's
could
right.
Be,
I
could
could
be
be.
up in Ridgefield.
Could
Could be
be.
down in Albany.
Could be. It's a possibility. Yes.
It was
I
funny.
think Matt just said they're on their way to Arizona to the big horse show right now. Anyway.
It was funny. We were Tiffany's dad's girlfriend texted her.
Tiffany's dad's girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay, go.
Texted her Christmas Eve morning. Have you heard from your dad?
Well, you're his girlfriend, so
Do you know where your dad's at? Something to that effect. And Tiffany was gonna say, well, you live with him. Shouldn't
wouldn't
you know?
you know?
And then she's telling me the story. I was like, your dad is in one of three places. He's either at Duffy's, he's either at Swanson's, or he's at the casino. You want me to go find him? I'll go look for him right now. Guess where he was?
The casino.
Bingo!
So why
Nailed it.
doesn't she track him?
He in his defense, I wouldn't want her tracking me either.
Okay.
She's a little nuts.
Okay. Well, Oli, when we first started this whole Life 360 thing,
Mhm.
I started it because I figured he works in the woods and
Oh,
it
yeah.
wouldn't be such a bad idea to know where he's at.
The only issue is that he doesn't have a whole lot of service up in the woods.
No, he doesn't.
So
Well, where'd he go? He went to Camp 18 yesterday.
I saw that Instagram post.
I did too.
Yes, and
He met his brother.
no, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
He met his brother.
Yeah, his brother, Bigfoot.
Oh, his brother Bigfoot. Yeah, he took a picture with a big carved Bigfoot.
Dun dun.
Oh.
Anyway,
So
continue.
anyway, when he first got it, he thought I would. Well, I'm ornery. I'm a little ornery.
Mm-hmm.
So I would look at it because I'd like to see where he was at. Because he'd go to his cousin Steve's, and he'd go here and there. And so when I'd see he was at like Steve's house, I'd text him, and I'd say, say hi to Steve for me, and I'd do stuff like that to him, and he didn't like it. He'd be like, "That's weird." And at first he didn't really like it. Now, yeah, anywhere if I go anywhere,
Mm-hmm.
he's all about it. He wants to know where I'm. He likes to know where I'm at.
Hey, don't forget my snackies.
Yeah, the problem is when he does the don't forgets, it's usually when I'm coming back over like the Longview Bridge. And
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, I'm not turning. I asked him. I said, do you want me to grab you a hamburger while I'm over here? Nothing. I'm in the
Okay.
turn lane to go over the bridge. Oh yeah, get me a good one. No, I'm
All
not
right,
turning
well.
around.
Guess we're stopping at Glatskanai.
Yeah, I don't think I did. I think I
Stop
came
there.
home.
You could have stopped there at Bundy's.
Bundy's.
Is that that
Oh yeah,
diner?
Bundy's.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say you've never been to Bundy's.
No, I've been to Bundy's with Oli. I never went there by myself.
You could have stopped at Bundy's.
I
Got him a
guess so.
burger.
Well, he lived. He didn't start.
Apparently, Finn's has some good stuff too.
They have hamburgers?
I don't know what they have. They have different stuff,
Hmm.
but it's like a little cafe in there.
I didn't know that.
The diner's good. Me and Grandma go there all the time.
At Finn's?
No,
The
The other
diner.
one. it looks like a
The
diner. I think it's like right next to the Klatskanai station.
Yeah, Bundy's.
Is that it?
Oh, I
Yeah.
think that
That's
is
Bundy.
what she's talking about. Yeah.
That place.
For hamburgers, fries.
Mhm.
Yeah.
BLTs.
Gosh, I haven't had BLT in a long time.
Apparently, Flowers and Fluff is decent too.
Expensive. Yeah, Flowers and Fluff. I go through there. They have a really nice chicken wrap that I really like.
Hmm.
But it's not cheap. I mean, you're gonna pay premium dollar for it.
Has anybody tried the new pizza place in Vernoware yet?
Yeah. Why not? There was a lot of kerfuffle about that.
Oh yeah, they
place.
ran out of dough.
They stay
Well,
open until like 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
I was
But
like,
people were being mean about it
Mm-hmm.
online.
It's because they like Mario's because Mario's has been there for.
Well, that's
my
okay.
entire
Then go
life.
there.
But like, Mario's isn't doing very well because now we have this other place and it's like
I would have rather had.
we
A lot of nasty.
I would have rather had Cedarside pizza than Mario's.
Huh.
we have 3 pizza places
Mhm.
in town: Cedarside, the new place, and Mario's.
Hmm.
And Cedarside is still the best,
Hmm.
in my opinion.
Cedar side.
The bar.
Okay.
One
I
of
don't
them.
know. I just know that I'm
I
on that
never really liked
Vernonia
Mario's.
community page. I've heard a lot of people don't like the Mariolinos or whatever it is.
Mm.
But I went on a community page and just the minute they opened, people were just, aggressive. I understand that maybe some pizzas were wrong and there was a long wait time, They just opened a restaurant. There's a
And
learning curve.
and everybody wants to try it.
And everybody in the small town wants to try it, but man, I mean, those people were just attacking them right and left. And then there were some people that come on there and go, give them a break, but people got aggressive about it.
And they
It was
deliver.
unfortunate. Yeah.
That's how it was when my grandparents first opened Subway in town.
Oh, your grandparents owned that Subway? I didn't know that. Okay.
When it first opened, we had a whole like float thing for the parade, the Jamboree parade, because I think we opened Jamboree weekend, and it was like everything was out by like the end of the day.
But
All
you
the
don't
bread.
know. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know how
You're just
people are
trying.
going to react.
Yeah. Anyway, people
Whatever.
are funny like that.
Whatever.
It'll be fine. I bet that pizza place is just fine. And it seems like it was just that first weekend people were very aggressive about
Yeah,
it.
they
Now it
ended
looks
up-
like everyone.
They ended up like opening an hour later so that they can make more dough to last the day, because by the end of the day they kept running out of dough.
Wow. Well, more power to them. I hope they make it.
Yeah.
Also, go ahead.
every time we have pizza, Mom stops at Papa Murphy's on 185th. We've
I like take and bake.
yeah.
They
we've
have
never
take and bake.
had
Yeah, they do have take and bake.
anything else.
They have a garlic chicken take and bake.
Then there's the place Oni's. I saw some. They catered the Oni's one catered Camp 18's Christmas
Christmas party.
party.
Thing?
Yeah, they did it right there at that Oni's place. Yeah. I don't know who owns it. Do you know who owns it?
I don't. I can tell you there were a few people in my family that were very disappointed that it turned into a pizza parlor.
Really?
Because you knew my mom owned the
Yeah.
restaurant portion for a long time. Yeah, it was not very happy. But whatever.
Yeah.
So
Everybody likes pizza.
Everybody likes pizza.
Here's the deal.
And you're
Everybody
right-
likes pizza.
and you're right there on 26. Are you
Yeah.
going to open another restaurant to try to compete with Camp 18? And doesn't sound like Camp 18 or Elderberry's doing really good.
Well,
right
Camp
now.
18 and Elderberry, and that's just your regular, general American food stuff. Or you want to do something that everybody else is not, the other two competing restaurants are not doing, which is pizza.
Right.
And everybody likes it.
When my parents owned the Oni's restaurant, they did pizza.
That's cool.
So because they were trying to compete with Elderberry, they were trying to compete with Camp 18, you have to do something different.
And I will say this. I think it would be hard for Elderberry in the wintertime. I think it would just be hard because you don't have as much Highway 26 traffic. You have a local yokels that like to come in there, but can they keep you afloat and keep all of your employees, keep you going enough that you can pay your employees appropriately?
I can tell you it doesn't look like it because
That's
during the winter
unfortunate.
they usually either close down early or have a few days where they're closed during the week.
I could understand it. You're just trying to
Camp
make
8
ends meet.
It seems like Camp 18's doing the same thing.
Yeah, and that never used to be. I don't know what their schedule is. I don't talk to anybody really. I don't, not in a mean way. I just don't know anybody that I converse with all the time from Camp 18 anymore. But when I worked there, yeah, you were open 7 days a week. There was 2 shifts every day of the week, and there was never a problem. We had slow days. In the wintertime, it could be very slow. And people were laid off in the winter. But the restaurant was always open. But it seems more and more the past year, probably actually since COVID. I think maybe it seems like with their posts on Facebook, maybe they've had a few times where they just couldn't keep the restaurant open because there wasn't
and
employees
it
to
sounds
run
like,
it.
Yeah, it sounds like they don't have enough people.
Yeah.
Because I see on the old Facebook
Yeah,
that like Karma and Faith are trying to get people
to work.
to work.
Yeah,
Nobody wants to work anymore.
yeah. What did Oli say? He was there. He didn't say anything about the plate. I mean, the food or anything. He told me of a couple people that he knew that were working there, that been there since I haven't been there in the last 11 years now. And I said, but you know what the best part of all this is? And he said, what? And I said, I don't work there anymore. And I don't mean that. It's just I'm 40. I don't want to be I don't want to be waiting tables anymore. So I'm not sad that I don't work there for that reason. Not because they're bad people or Camp 18's a bad restaurant. It's not. I'm just glad I'm not there anymore.
And I'm sure it's really different with Gordon gone.
Yeah. I mean, probably was cool. He wanted to take one of the Kano girls that was going back to California to go to work. He wanted to take her and her friend somewhere to go eat breakfast on their way out. And so he took them to Camp 18. And I'm sure they had all the Christmas decorations up.
Mhm.
And I'm sure it's a big, huge log cabin. So it's beautiful with all the Christmas decorations up. So I'm sure it was a spectacle, as
I'm
always,
sure,
and
yeah.
beautiful to see. So it was a perfect
Mhm.
time for him to go and take somebody if they wanted to show him what Camp 18 looked
Right.
like. It's very beautiful. They do a great job decorating in the during the holidays. It's really beautiful. So if you've never been to Camp 18 on Highway 26 in
Okay.
Elsie, go. It's an experience, and right now is really beautiful until after the
After the New Year.
they have all their Christmas decorations up. But I'm telling you, they do decorations for the fall. They do decorations for everything. I mean,
Mhm.
they do a great job. So
Yeah, and the spring usually has fresh flowers on the
oh
table.
heck
and-
yeah, they do a great
Oh,
job.
they do a great job.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually went to Elderberry for the first time in forever
Oh really?
during elk season.
Oh.
That was different.
Was it Emily's mom that served you? Is she still working there?
I'm sure Virginia.
Yeah.
I think she is. Yeah, because I think Emily and TJ own it, don't they?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, it was good food. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it was. Got a Nelly burger, so they're still holding up the traditions
Yeah,
over
yeah.
there
Yeah. That's
because David and Nellie Morgan had
Yeah.
it forever.
great. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's still good food.
That's great. Did you go to the bar?
Mhm.
You did? Is that where you
Absolutely.
ate? Did you eat in the bar?
Absolutely. It's elk season.
Disappointing.
Why?
Bar. He was in the bar.
You get served faster that way.
Speaking of bars, sorry, Oli and all your friends. Oli came in the house and had a shot of Fireball the other night.
He was probably feeling a little under the weather.
He was, and he said
needed a little cough
he can-
syrup.
And I thought, because the Fireball is right behind the coffee maker, and so I thought I noticed it was down a little bit. Because he likes to have a whiskey in the house, and he likes to take his whiskey if he
Yeah.
gets sick.
Oh, absolutely. I 100% agree.
Anyway,
You know how much whiskey we have in our house right now? And wine? We have like 6
obviously,
wine bottles and we
probably
don't
more
drink
than the
wine.
fifth of Fireball we have.
Mm.
There's
You probably have to buy it for him, too.
Yes, I have to buy it for him. Do you think he's going to go buy himself his own whiskey?
No.
No.
I don't think he'd be caught dead in the liquor store.
Nope. Mm-mm. Nope. So I bought it for him.
If he ever goes up to Washington, you can just buy it in Walmart.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, when I do my click list thingy, I just buy it at Walmart.
Absolutely.
They card me, and you got to show them your identification. When you
Yeah, that way. See, that way you don't even need to be caught in the liquor store. You just do
Mm-hmm.
your little click list up in the old Longview.
Sometimes in the summertime, sorry, I'm telling all your secrets, Oli. In the summertime, they make these margarita slushy things
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
that you get in the freezer section, and they'll only let me buy so many at a time. And he likes those. Not every day, but if it's a super hot day in the evening after he's eaten dinner, yeah, he likes to get those,
Or a
those little slushy
little hard
things.
apple cider.
He likes the hard apple cider. He told me to stop buying that for him because he thinks he likes it too much.
Ooh, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, and so because I think he was drinking like one of those a day, and then maybe he could have done two, and he's like, he wasn't comfortable with it. He said, I don't buy that anymore. So I don't.
Christmas Day. Before we end this, Christmas Day. It was my grandparents' neighbors. They came over and gave my grandparents a little jar, like a mason jar, full of apple pie moonshine.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
And all of us shared the entire jar. And
Did you like it?
Yeah. It was so good. It was dangerously good.
Mm-hmm. Apple pie moonshine's dangerous
And then,
because it doesn't have the burn that
Huh?
regular moon. I mean,
yeah.
why would I know what regular moonshine tastes like? Anywho, it doesn't have the burn. It has an apple pie finish to it, like cinnamon and apple finish. It's dangerous.
It was like
I just like martinis.
the
You like
the
your
Red
whiskey and Coke
Hots?
too.
I do like that.
like the Red Hots candies or like the what's the gum?
You're
Big
talking
Red.
Fireball now.
It's like both of those mixed with Fireball and
Yeah.
then it's got the apple pie flavor.
And you're 18.
And then
so
Zoe bought a whole
She knows
thing
way
of
too
Mike's Hards, and me,
Those are
Mom.
that's heartburn.
Yeah, it's bad, but they taste good. So.
The twisted iced teas or the devil.
Oh yeah,
Twisted.
twisted teas.
And I can't have those because before you know it,
You're on your lips.
Yep.
Mhm.
And the next day, my body is rejecting those.
Yes.
And that's all I'm
See,
going to say about that.
At our age, hangovers are the worst.
Oh, nope, no more.
That's bad.
I can't. I did one bad one in my 40s, and that was enough to 3 days it took me to get over it. Three days it took me to get over it on a flight
Oh,
back to Oregon.
yuck.
And
Must have been from Texas.
Yep, and that's the only time I've ever had to use a bathroom on an airline. And it wasn't. Yeah, it was because I had to throw up, and there was someone in the bathroom, and they were gonna make me go sit back down. And I looked at the lady, and I shook my head, and I went like this, and she grabbed me. You know, what do you call them?
The air sick bags.
She grabbed me an air sick bag,
And you said this isn't going to be big enough.
and so I'm holding it, and the guy gets out of the bathroom. I think I might have shoved him out of the way, and I went in there and hurled. It was. Oh, I think that's one of my worst hangovers I've ever had in my life. Bad. Anyway, swore off tequila.
Oh yeah, tequila. Ooh. Bleh.
Tequila,
Yep.
and you'll never catch me drinking tequila ever.
That was a bad experience for me, and also Irish car bombs.
I never had an Irish car bomb. Is that the one where you drop the shot?
Yeah, it's a drop
the...
shot. It's a drop shot.
Ugh.
So it's a pint of Guinness, and it's a
No.
drop shot of Bailey's and Jameson,
And you drop the Baileys and Jameson in it and
In
drink
it.
it all the same time.
and then chug it.
Why are you shaking, nodding your head, 18-year-old?
What? I know what they are. Have I ever had one? No. Do I know what they are? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Irish car bomb. Bad deal. That and Jaeger bombs.
I was about to say Jaeger bombs are bad too.
That's why Jaeger bombs are the reason that I don't like black licorice.
Mm.
Because Jaeger is a black licorice liqueur.
See, I would like that. I've never had Jaeger. I would like it.
Oh,
really
you
like
would.
that.
Yeah, you would love it. And
Until
they're
you
dangerous.
Until you barfed it up.
And that's why I don't like black licorice.
Mm. Okay.
Anywho, we're going to have to wrap this up because I have a meeting in 13 minutes. So, and we're an hour and a half in.
Oh.
So, this is going to take a long time to upload. I apologize. If anybody makes it this far into our episode, thank you, for one. Monster, still looking for a sponsor. Reese's, we'll take Reese's sponsors too. It's fine.
Terzepatide Compounding Pharmacy.
By the way, this is episode 5. What did you say
It
would
is
happen?
5?
This is episode 5. What did you say would happen after 5 episodes?
Marketing?
You're going to start shopping.
For
Sponsors!
sponsors? Okay.
We made it to episode 5.
Well, it's a short week.
I'll
I'm not
write
Should be
them all.
fine.
I'll be like, hey, sponsor our podcast. Thanks. Bye.
No, you have to send them an email with the links to our podcast
Right.
in order for them to want to sponsor.
Fire Department Coffee. By the way, we did get apple pie whiskey coffee.
Also, I got $20 off your next order. By the way, the next one's only $8.99 because I got $20 off because we have so many points. Okay,
Oh, you used up all of our points on that?
$20 off. $20 off.
Gotta pee.
That's our fearless leader.
Okay. Well, anyway.
If you call, you'll get that guy coming to your house.
Yep. And this guy. And
that
her.
guy, and that guy. Me, not
Well,
so
I
much.
hope. Probably,
If you call, you get to talk to me.
yeah.
Lucky you.
755-2710. Ask for Marianne or the commish. She'll answer to both. Anywho, have a wonderful new year.
Yep.
Hope you had a happy holidays.
Yep.
We will see you next week.
Okay. Bye, guys.